What's up, Reds? Welcome to the Sunday Summary Talk Show on Nothing But Reds. Liverpool take on West Brom today, 2 days after Christmas. Should be a good match, and if you notice, I am alone today, so just bear with me. We got a lot of people in the chat. Sith saying, let Steven pin. There's so many. I wish Steven was here to see this. Wait a minute. Oh, let's go! Steve, let's go!
Good morning, everyone.
Happy
holidays.
Good morning to everyone in the chat. Welcome to the Sunday Summary Talk Show. Steve, so this is what I was talking about, man. Let Steven pin. Sith is saying it now. Liz started it. Everyone's just like on your side now.
I love it. That's what I needed. Merry Christmas to me and to all of you.
So, and this is how Steven gets pinning permissions today, guys. You get pinning permissions today.
Oh my goodness. I can actually pin today.
So guess
by
what?
default.
So Steve's going to be in charge of pinning today. Can we do that?
Sure.
Sounds good. So, guys, we got some team news, okay? Shaqiri and James Milner back in contention for the starting 11. We got the boys taking on West Brom, as we said. Big Sam. What can you tell us about Big Sam, Steve?
Big Sam's got one job, and that's to save clubs from relegation. We all know that, though.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have much else to report on Big Sam. He's just a legend.
He is a legend.
I'm not worried today, though.
I'm not worried either. West Brom 19th in the league. I don't even know how many points they have, Steve. Let's go over here to the team news. We'll see the latest on the squads. James Milner and Xherdan Shaqiri will be assessed, right? But, of course, Jota, Thiago, Tsimikas, and Virgil still remain out. But Jake Livermore, last match, got a red card for West Brom, so he will be out today as well. I'm not too worried, though, to be honest, in our midfield. Like, even with Jake Livermore in the squad, I think we'll be fine. But some interesting facts for everyone. Liverpool have won all 14 of their Premier League home matches against promoted sides under Jurgen Klopp, scoring 41 goals and conceding 7. That's absolutely incredible. Bobby, our boy, has been involved in 4 goals in the last 2 Premier League matches, 3 goals, 1 assist. I think it's safe to say he's back.
Oh, he's back.
Yeah,
he's been back for a while, but the stats are showing it now.
Yeah. And at Crystal Palace last weekend, he became the first Brazilian to reach 100 goal involvements in the comp. Ooh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, best Brazilian in Premier League history.
Absolutely.
I think Coutinho is number 2. You had Willian up there.
Yeah.
Gabriel Jesus, and then there was one other that I forgot. But it really is all like
That's
current
insane.
guys.
Yeah,
so
that is insane.
People from the 80s, 90s, early 2000s. It's all early guys, recent players.
It's pretty incredible, actually, now that you think about it. But
it is. It's very surprising.
Yeah,
because like the Brazilians have dominated, La Liga. They've dominated the Serie A
everywhere,
just not in the Premier League,
all over Europe. Yeah,
and I wonder if that's because of the stereotypical. They're really technical players. They're very they're dribblers and flashy, but the Premier League's like a really hardcore and physical league. What do you think about that?
I think that's honestly a good take, and I think that points to the fact that it's mostly recent players that hold these records, because you would think that top Brazilian like Firmino's not the first great Brazilian player. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's been world-class Brazilian players, Ronaldinho and all of them, but none of them have come to the Premier League. You know what I mean? So that's just incredible, and that speaks to Bobby too, because Bobby literally last game, I think it was against Crystal. No, it wasn't against Crystal Palace. It was our last home game. Who did we play our last home game? Doesn't matter. Bobby was literally on a counterattack. Fulham.
No,
it wasn't Fulham. Who was it? Doesn't matter. He was on a counterattack, and he was getting tugged by the shirt, and he kept going. Bobby's a physical player.
Yeah, he is. He's a different breed, too. Like, he runs and works way harder than those other guys.
Steve, someone said your head is smaller.
My head is smaller than Kyle's. Oh, I have a hat on and my hair is all pinned down. I have a little teeny peanut head, I guess. You got a melon.
I got a melon. And we got some people in the chat. Hello, Kylie lad. Oh, hello, Steve-O.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey. Afterthought. What's up? Liverpool FC, what's up? What's up, Mike? Seek Chan, Hussein Khalif, and Armchair Downturn, what is up? Big Sam still thinks it's the 1970s, in all fairness to him. Anfield Agenda saying, wow, strange seeing Steven without the headphones.
I can go put them on if you
Maybe
like.
That's why his head looks let me go back here. Maybe that's why his head looks smaller, because he doesn't have the headphones in.
Feels good to not have those heavy headphones on, to be honest.
It's the perfect temperature, by the way.
The coffee?
The coffee.
Yeah.
Steven made a French press, or he French pressed. What's the correct terminology?
I made French coffee in a French press.
Thank you. So
I French pressed coffee.
You French pressed coffee.
Don't try this at home.
It's good though. It's good.
Anyways,
let's go back to look at some of the stats here. So again, West Brom, all I think about, guys, and I don't know about you, but when we tied West Brom with Joe Allen's goal, I think it was Joe Allen's last minute goal to draw, and Klopp went to the Cop. This was like 2014-15 season, I think, or 15-16. It was one of the two, and we went to the Cop, and with a 2-2 draw to West Brom, he's raising the players' hands, everyone's lined up, and we're cheering on the Cop. And you think back now, Klopp wouldn't be doing that against West Brom today. Like, we're expected to win this game, no problems whatsoever.
We're expected to win this by a fairly decent margin.
Right, 100%. And again, Sam Allardyce was. I'm just make sure I was sharing this with everyone. Yeah, so we're good. So Sam Allardyce again was the last visiting manager to win a Premier League match at Anfield. Wow, did you know that?
That's insane.
That is insane.
Imagine being in the position. Like, we're so lucky that we are not in a position where we need to call Big Sam out of his deep hibernation sleep.
Like,
the man's been relaxing for a long time. We have to imagine, or we're so lucky that we don't have to call him and say, Sam, please rescue us, Sam. We need you.
Dude, Everton had to do that. Remember that?
Yeah. Oh, that wasn't that long ago.
It was like 2 seasons ago, wasn't it?
That guy is such a legend. He just sits at home, waits for the call. He knows it's coming once a year, maybe once every other year, depending. And he's like, yeah, sure. He probably gets a solid chunk of change.
Oh, easily a solid chunk.
He probably, what would you guess? We can look it up, but
we can totally look it up. Sam Allardyce?
To come save a team for half a season, I say $3 million.
You think he gets $3 million?
I think he gets $3 million. I think the clubs have to empty their pockets if they want to stay up. These smaller clubs, $3 million is quite a bit.
That's what I'm saying. $3 million. Ooh. I'd say 1.5.
He's no scrub.
West Brom doesn't have the kind of money that Everton does. Everton maybe.
No, but West Brom really wants to stay up.
Let's look it up. Here, you look it up. Do you have your phone?
All right.
I got
this. Yes, I do. Let's look through some of the comments, and I'll look this up.
Yeah. That's crazy. Let us know in the chat what you think Sam Allardyce gets paid to keep a club up. Don't cheat. Don't cheat. We got Doug.
We're not going to look until I actually figure this out here, by the way.
Okay. Doug in the chat, what is up? We got Wowza. Hussein Khalif saying, remembered the FA Cup game against West Brom? Crazy game. Okay, so it was an FA Cup game. I wasn't sure if it was that or a Premier League match. We got Shane Buckley.
Two very different things we're thinking about. Anfield as a fortress. It's two completely different things.
Oh, no, I hear you. That draw in 2015 against West Brom, Divock Origi scored the equalizer. Oh, okay. So when did Joe Allen score what goal was that? Which one was that, Reds? Let us know. But you're right. Yeah, Origi scored the equalizer, but there was also one where Joe Allen scored the equalizer. Was that Arsenal? That might have been an Arsenal match. I could be wrong. Meanwhile, in the chat, guys, let us know what you think the clubs will pay Sam Allardyce to keep him up, right? My guess is about 1.5 mil for half a season because usually comes in midway through.
Yes. I guess 3 mil. Okay, so this is what I got here.
Wait.
This is via Sport Bible.
Okay, so
I don't know how we feel about them. They're not bad in terms of my opinion. In terms of my what I found to be true is that they're a solid source. Thoughts?
I like Sport Bible. They have some good memes as well.
They have a great Instagram page. Go check them out. Oh, by the way, Nothing But Reds Instagram. Go follow. Link in the description. We've been somewhat inactive this week given the holidays.
That's right. We've been visiting with the family, and so just go check that out. All the links to all the social media are in the description, and also check out the channel memberships as well. You'll see guys with the logos next to their name, the badges. Doug right now, I think Downturn is in the chat. Channel members, they get custom emojis, backstage passes basically to the show. So go ahead and check those out.
Right? By the way, Sam Allardyce has never been relegated from the Premier League.
Right, which is why they call him like the savior.
Yeah. Big Sam.
Yeah.
Big Sam the savior.
Big Sam the
Jesus.
Savior. Yeah. You were the one who brought the stat up.
$2 million bonus if he keeps them up.
Oh, he gets a bonus.
He gets a $2 million bonus if he keeps them up, which if recent history shows is 100% guaranteed because the guy's a legend.
How many times has he kept a team up? He kept Sunderland up. He kept Everton up. Was there anyone below? Guys, since I've been following, I've seen Sam Allardyce keep 2 squads up, okay? Sunderland and Everton, okay? I wasn't following Sam Allardyce before that. I know Liverpool history before that. But let me know, who else has he kept up?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what he's making aside from the
Did you just
bonus.
Google salary?
Kind of.
Oh, yeah, no, just type Sam Allardyce salary, and it should come up.
All right.
Let's go back to the chat. Yeah, drawn against Arsenal. Huey Lewis in the news. Liz Golden, what is up? Good morning. Let me know how pumped you guys are for today's match, okay? I'm super excited. Haven't seen the Reds play in like 5 days now. I'm fiending for it. I'm fiending for it. While Steve looks that up, let's go back to some of the team news. So that Sam Allardyce thing was is a pretty interesting piece of news. Sam Allardyce is the last manager to beat Liverpool at Anfield. That's actually incredible.
I can't find this. Someone else has to.
Crystal Palace. He coached Crystal Palace too. I forgot about that. I'm an idiot.
Someone needs to let us know his salary. Did they check the chat here?
Someone needs to let us know his
$2
salary.
million bonus if he keeps him up.
I'm nervous as always. Alice in Sunderland. Yeah, wowza, we are planning on doing that. So it doesn't matter right now. Let's just go back to this for a second. All 4 of West Brom's Premier League victories against Liverpool came in a 5-match spell between April 2011 and February 2013.
That's embarrassing.
With Roy Hodgson and Steve Clark in charge of the baggies for 2 wins each. Okay, so Roy Hodgson was making his rounds back then, I guess.
Yeah. Another legend.
Yeah. Kevin Friend. Is that a new name? Kevin Friend? There was a referee yesterday. I didn't recognize that referee in the Arsenal-Chelsea game.
No, did not know who he was.
I thought
we'll
that was
welcome him with open arms if he wants to come ref one of our games.
Seriously, they need to start hiring some new referees for this VAR. And to be fair, the last 3 weeks, I don't know if you've noticed this, VAR has been somewhat consistent. They've started, if there's...
No comment. I have no idea.
I'm just saying, they've drastically improved over the past 3 weeks. Let me know what you think in the chat. Now, let's go to previous matchups, okay? Head-to-head, we got 24 matches played in the Premier League era against the 2 sides, 6 draws. West Brom looking a little weak on the wins front with only 4 wins, 2 home and 2 away. So to be fair, they do have wins at Anfield. Liverpool, 14 total wins, 8 at home, 6 away. In the recent meetings, of course, last time we played West Brom, 2-2 draw in April of 2018, the Divock Origi goal that we were talking about a second ago. And to be fair, a 0-0 draw in December of 2017. So I think that was the replay. That's what that was.
Those were the Lovren days.
The Lovren days.
Late 2017.
Yeah. Yeah.
We had some serious trouble back then.
Yeah, we did. Lovren and Matip were our starting center backs. When Matip was injured, because he was always injured, who was starting next to Lovren? Was it Gomez? No, Clavin. This was Clavin's year.
Oh, King Clavin.
King Clavin was here.
Clavin with this jersey. Yeah, this one.
Yeah, you had that. Oh, dude, King Clavin. What a time to be alive that was. And then we go back a little bit further.
I want him back.
I would take him back in a heartbeat, no question. Where's he playing right now? Sicily or something?
He's somewhere in
Cagliari?
He wasn't Cagliari, but I don't know if he got bounced around again.
Oh, man.
Let us know in the chat.
R.I.P. R.I.P. Clavin.
By the way, we're going to be live today on Anfield Agenda again.
We are going to be live.
Pre-match.
Team news analysis, I believe. Or we'll be doing
approximately 30 minutes before the match.
No. I think it's 10:30.
Okay.
Our time.
An hour before the match.
An hour before the match. Sure. So we'll have to double check, but we will be doing a team news reaction. So essentially, Craig will come in and take over for us. So it's not going to be the same format it was last week. It was last week. It will be a team news reaction, which I've never done before. I've always gone in after the fact and looked at the team news. So this will be interesting.
Yeah.
So we'll continue through this, and then we'll give our predicted lineups. We'll do that because we do have.
That's the last thing we'll do before we wrap up.
We got James freaking Milner.
Back in contention.
And Shaqiri, dude.
Oh.
And Shaqiri. Yo, guys, this is another thing. Steve, we were watching the Aston Villa match yesterday or 2 days ago, whenever it was. Jack Grealish wears the low shin guards, the low socks, right?
Hate it.
I think it's because of his calves. Like, he doesn't like having the socks squeeze his calves. He has huge calves. But then I thought about Shaqiri. Shaqiri wears high socks. Steve thinks it's because, well, what did you say it was because?
I said, wait, what? I said Shaq has bigger calves than Grealish, I think. Shaq's got the biggest calves in the history of the sport.
But he's shorter, so I feel like it's an optical illusion. I feel like Jack Grealish has bigger calves than Shaqiri.
I don't know. Jack Grealish just needs to pull his socks up a little bit, and so does McBurney. McBurney wears ankle socks, Kyle.
Dude, I would be way too scared to go into any challenges with socks that short.
My God, I can't even stand to look at it. It's one of my biggest pet peeves.
Really?
Yeah.
Daniel Sturridge wore short socks.
Daniel Sturridge was a legend, though.
Oh, I miss Daniel Sturridge. Not his injuries, but I miss Daniel Sturridge.
I miss him too.
All
I saw
right.
him do an interview the other day recently. Go check that out. I can't remember which channel it was on. Just look for the most recent Daniel Sturridge interview you can find. It was really cool. He was very honest. He opened up about his injuries.
Okay.
He opened up about how he still stays in contact with folks from Liverpool, the club, the managers, the staff.
Which says a lot because he's played for a lot of big clubs. He's played for Chelsea. He's played for City. He's played for Liverpool. And he keeps in contact with Liverpool, which clearly says we're a better club than all those other ones. Just saying. But,
well, yeah.
I mean, that's obvious. So, keeping going
Shout
down.
out Chelsea for dropping points yesterday. And Everton. No,
And Leicester.
Oh, Leicester. No, it wasn't. It was Everton, Chelsea, United. All dropped points this weekend.
So, United tied Leicester.
Yeah, I believe. I think it was 2-2.
Interesting.
Correct us if we're wrong.
Yeah, I mean, we are on the Premier League website, and we can go look. But, yeah. So, yeah, 2-2. 2-2 draw. Absolutely incredible.
Things you love to see.
Things you love to see. United dropping points at Christmas. Ooh, absolutely love it.
I was happier with Chelsea losing 3-1 to Arsenal.
Look, I like being in person because we go on tangents, and I like it. But Chelsea are trash.
I think pull the table up.
Pull the table up.
Pull the table up. I'm fairly certain
we're taking a detour, guys.
9 points clear of Chelsea if we win today, which is just huge.
All right. So if we're looking, okay. I don't. Oh man, I love that.
You gotta love the pop-up ads.
I love this time of year.
Chelsea, 25 points. We'll go 9 points clear of Chelsea.
I just want to make sure this is here. Okay. Yeah. So I'm so surprised to see Man United in the top 4. And I'm going to be honest with you because Man United at one point were pulling an Arsenal. And they were down in the 14, 15, 16 range, which was surprising. Of course, the table's going to start to level off as we go through the season. It's how it always happens, okay? And obviously, starting a season with no fans, I think the sports psychology of it definitely plays a role. The players have to get used to playing with no fans. And now even some clubs are letting fans back. I don't know if they changed that recently, if there's a new wave or not. But what I'm saying is Man United back in the top 4, Man City creeping into 5th again, okay? So Man City are leveling off. You got Aston Villa hanging around too.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
There's a few things for certain here, guys. Leicester will drop. Leicester will drop down the standings. Everton will drop down the standings. Manchester City will rise up the standings. Chelsea will jump Aston Villa, most likely Leicester and Everton at some point. And I think Tottenham will go up as well, especially considering Aston Villa will go down. Those things, in my opinion, are for certain. Call them bold predictions. Call them what you want. I feel safe making those predictions. It's interesting because I feel like we should be farther ahead at this point. And the reason we're not is because of those draws, right? Like
the Fulham draw was a big hindrance. I feel like we did drop points.
We weren't even talking about Everton for the last 3-4 weeks. We didn't. I don't even know if we mentioned them. It was all about Tottenham. It was about Chelsea.
Right.
It was about Southampton. These are the teams we're mentioning. This is what we're thinking about. And then all of a sudden, yesterday, I'm like, Everton's 2 points back. That's weird.
It is weird because
I felt like they were mid. I feel like they were in 10th place.
Well, if I'm looking at their previous form, right? You go to Everton, guys. They have 4 wins in a row, but they lost 3 in a row at the time. They went through I'm trying to find the previous fixtures here because
here you go.
Here we go. View all results because they were hot, right? They were hot. They won. They were 7 out of 7 in the Premier League, I think. Right. And then if you go back to previous matches, okay, what is this?
It's just ridiculous.
What is this? Okay, no, I'm just going to go to Everton. All right,
because Chelsea really helped them make a jump.
So look at this. The last 4 matches, like I said, they've won. Okay, but then you go back. They lost to Leeds. Okay, barely beaten Fulham, but to be fair, we drew with Fulham. Drew with Burnley. Okay, lost to Man United. That was a big loss for them. They lost to Newcastle.
So when I look at
Newcastle.
this, I know it's simple math, but I just can't figure out how they're 2 points behind.
Because they started out so hot, Steve. They were top of the table. We were playing catch up because we lost. We lost. They drew with us. And once they drew with us, that's when they ended up going on that 3-game losing streak. Okay. That's when they dropped. That's when you were saying on the show, you were like, they're done. They started out hot. But when you win 4 straight, you're going to climb the table.
Well, this early in the season, yeah, especially when everyone's dropping points.
Exactly. So let's go back to the actual table itself. Okay. And Tottenham top of the table. And then same thing happened to Tottenham. They've just been dropping 2 losses in a row. Like
Tottenham and Chelsea are in big trouble if we win today, which we should. They're in big trouble. They're 9 points down. That's a lot of points at this stage in the season.
But is it though?
It is 9.
Oh,
because we still get to play them again. So let's just say we beat them both.
Yeah.
That is a guaranteed at one point or in one way or another 12-point gap.
Okay.
Think about that.
Yeah. I mean, you're right.
That's a lot.
12 points is a lot.
Especially when you're talking about a team like Liverpool that typically doesn't lose.
Yeah.
They're not going to drop all 3 points more likely than not.
Yeah.
What's our what would we lose? A percentage of 4% league games the last few years? Something like that?
It's pretty crazy. The 18-19 season was insane in terms of like we did draw like 6 or 7 times, but we only lost once.
And then even last year, we lost after we had won the league.
We lost 3 after the break.
47,000 points. That's when we started dropping.
Did we lose?
Dropping points.
No. We lost to Watford. We lost 2 after the break, I think.
Yeah,
because we ended up with 3 losses.
Very uncharacteristic. It's because we wrapped up the league already.
Klopp doesn't lose, dude.
It's like kind of wild.
It's insane, guys. Think about Klopp like as a coach. Like you look at these players, like with the top 6 sides. Frank Lampard, right? Frank Lampard, yeah. He's good at managing youth. I was thinking about this yesterday when you were making the comment, okay? He's good at managing the youth. Look at Derby County. Chelsea had a transfer ban, so he had to go with a lot of the youth, right? This season with all the superstars, it doesn't seem like he has the chemistry flowing with that club. Whereas you look at Klopp, dude. Klopp, it doesn't matter what team he's at. Mainz, no superstars at Mainz. Dortmund, he sort of had to build the squad and even had Lewandowski leave. And now Liverpool, the man just knows how to manage his way around a squad. What do we got in the chat? Because, again, Steven's doing all the pinning today.
I just want to pin this one because this is just great.
The Chelsea fans thought they would win this Premier season.
That is true. It's not going to happen.
Downturn saying Chelsea are just comedy at this point, losing to Arsenal. Seriously, how do you lose to Arsenal? Arsenal are garbage.
Let's talk about this for a second. And this is true. They did surprise me yesterday. And I'm
valid.
I don't like Arsenal.
Yeah.
But I would much rather see them successful yesterday so that Chelsea dropped points. And you and I talked about this.
Mm-hmm.
I think it falsely gives Arteta somewhat of a leg to stand on. He's got to go. Like, he needs to get tossed.
You know what? I was on Dominic Rich's channel the other day. We were doing the Premier League preview.
Mm-hmm.
He pulled up Arsenal's 10 recent fixtures. They had 8 losses.
Mm-hmm. He's got to go.
8
Arteta's
losses.
Gotta go. He's one of those guys.
Is it 8? We've been off this morning. We've been off on a couple of things this morning.
That's all right. It's Christmas time.
It's Christmas.
The coffee hasn't kicked in yet.
This French press is good, by the way. But look, if we look at Arsenal's previous fixtures, and I'm going to pull it up for you guys as well, all right, because I think it's just on our 2 beautiful faces right now. Yeah, let's go over to the to Arsenal's previous matches. All right,
can we unpin that?
Oh yeah.
I've
sorry.
never pinned before, so I don't know how it works.
Steve, this is why you don't get pinning permissions. You got to be on your game.
Word.
See, Everton won. Both our nearest rivals dropped points. Savage saying they want to come and park the air. Oh, it's so interesting to see different words. West Brom, Madison. How's it going, Reds? About to score predictions. I hate Chelsea. So real quick, I just want to show you guys this, okay? So if we go to Arsenal's previous fixtures, this goes back to what Armchair's comment was saying, that Arsenal surprised everyone yesterday. If we go to Arsenal's previous fixtures, okay? 1, draw. Lost to Burnley, lost to Spurs, lost to Wolves, drew with Leeds, lost to, Aston Villa, beat Man United, lost to Leicester, lost to Man City, beat Sheffield, lost to us, drew with West Ham, beat Full. So like they're
I got
losing
7 losses there.
7
in the last,
losses.
like, roughly 10 matches.
7 losses. Okay. If you're Mikel Arteta or if you're Arsenal's board, how do you keep? Did he win the FA Cup last year?
He won, yes.
Okay, so
Something.
that is Arsenal's tournament. To be fair, they just always seem like they're in the final for that or winning
It
it.
doesn't matter if you win a cup. If you lose, if you're at the bottom of the Premier League, like that's first and foremost. That's every team's goal.
Yeah.
Because if you don't show out in the domestic regular league, then you go down. Then what?
Well, that's the thing. Like,
Who are you playing then?
well, yeah, you have to prioritize. Managers have to prioritize something.
Then the match of the season's against Norwich.
Norwich.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Remember? Yeah, we got roasted for that.
That's
Is it
all right.
same thing for West Bromwich? Is it Bromwich or Bromwich? I think it's probably. I just say
We'll just call him
Brom.
West Brom.
West Brom. Doesn't matter. Let me go. I'm just cruising around this Premier League website. I gotta go back and go to the match preview. All right. So again, we were talking about the previous fixtures. The last 2 have been a draw. To be fair, I think it was in the FA Cup, wasn't it? It must have been. I thought that was a whatchamacallit? FA Cup matches, but it must have been Premier League because they wouldn't show the FA Cup matches here. So we'll go to stats again just to pull this up for everyone. All right. So head-to-head, as we mentioned, we have 2 wins, 3 draws. 2 wins and 3 draws since May of 2016, okay? If we look at our form, Steve, we've got to be favored here for form. Look at this, all right? West Brom are coming off of a 3-0 loss to Aston Villa. They drew with Man City, though, Steve. Interesting. And they beat Sheffield United, to be fair. Everyone should be beating Sheffield United this season. I don't know. It's a sophomore slump. I predicted they would go down. And so far, they have 1 or 2 points. Steve.
They're awful. They're absolutely terrible.
They're really bad. Crystal Palace, they lost 5-1 to Crystal Palace.
When you have McBurney up top.
You do not like this McBurney guy.
No offense to him as a human being, but like just watching him play is so painful. It's just so painful. And he just sticks out to me.
He was the one with the huge beard. He trimmed it, right?
I don't know about a huge beard, but he's the one that wears ankle socks. He's the one that they gave the call against Fabinho on that clearly was not a penalty.
Steven
It wasn't even in the box.
Oh, no, that was horrible.
That was
the
McBurney.
worst. That was the worst call I've ever seen in the history.
I believe
of the
that was
Premier League.
McBurney.
He wasn't even.
Oliver McBurney. Scotland.
It's horrible.
Plays with Robbo.
Okay. Well, anyways, I just want to say Steven has a vendetta against short socks. So going off previous form, Liverpool are pretty hot right now. 2-1 win against Spurs. I think we broke Spurs. 7-0 win to Crystal Palace. Steve, we put 7 past Crystal Palace. And Crystal Palace beat West Brom 5-1. Let's do some math real quick.
12-1.
Oh, no, it 35-1 would technically be 35-1.
Oh, ratio. We're going off ratios.
35-1. I'd be happy with that.
Let me think here. 7-1.
Would you do it ratio-wise, or would you just add 5?
I would just add it.
Okay,
Let's
so
be realistic here. So 12-1, and we have a better defense than Palace. So let's just say 13-0.
13-0. That's your prediction?
Because we won't give up that goal. Therefore, we'll have like a couple more minutes to score. That would give us a baker's dozen. 13-0.
13-0?
Score prediction, 13-0.
13-0 for Steve. Let us know your score predictions in the chat. Let's keep going down to the stats, okay? Like we said, Liverpool, top of the league. Incredible. West Brom struggling at 19th, okay? They do have the win against – no, they don't. I was going to say they won against Newcastle, but they lost against Newcastle. So 1 win, 4 draws, 9 losses, okay? They're averaging 0.71 goals per match compared to Liverpool's 2.57. That's a great number. That is an incredible number. Of course, we scored 7 last match. Average goals conceded per match, 1.36. That's been slowly dropping. I say this every week. It was up above 2 earlier in the season. Of course, the Aston Villa match. But I'd like to see that number down below 1 by next month, 2 months or so. Average goals conceded per match, 2.07 for West Brom. They cannot defend. I think Ivanovic is still out. I could be wrong on that one. Clean sheets, though. Liverpool have 4. West Brom have 2. Chances created per match, wow. They only create 0.21 chances per match. That's rough. That's the lowest number I've seen.
Bobby probably creates more than that.
Yeah, honestly.
If I had to guess.
Well, we create 2.21 based on the stat sheet.
Mhm.
Their biggest win is a 1-0 win against Sheffield. Their worst defeat is a 5-1 loss to Crystal Palace. Let's look at some of the stats. Conor Gallagher, I have been seeing a lot about him. He's their leading tackler with 32 tackles. Of course, we got Fabinho with 31. And then they got Grady Diangana, 27 tackles as well. You got to take into account they're defending for most of the match, so they're going to have high tackle rates. But Mo Salah has 13 goals. This number just keeps ticking up, Steve.
It's unreal.
It is unreal, this guy. He comes on, and what was he subbed on in against Crystal Palace?
Like the 60th, dude.
60th minute. He comes 63rd because Mane came off. He has a curler, one of the best curler goals I've seen him score.
One
aside
of the most
from
effortless. Like,
Roma,
it just looked so easy.
Roma, Everton, and the strike against Chelsea, which wasn't a curler.
Which wasn't a curler.
But Bobby Firmino, 5 goals that's not right. Is that right? No, because he had 2 goals. I feel like that's off.
Is this all comps?
No, this is Premier League.
Well, no, 5 sounds right.
I could have swore it was just 4. Doesn't matter. Mane with 5, Bobby Firmino with 5, Sadio Mane. We brought this up last time. He was going through like an 8 or 9 goal drought, 8 or 9 game goal drought, and then he picks up 1. How important do you think that is for his confidence going forward? Because I didn't even notice it was 9 games.
I don't think he's the type of player that gets rattled.
And, well, the reason I asked this is because I personally didn't notice he was 8 or 9 games without a goal.
Me neither.
No one notices.
He always puts in a good shift. Like, when was the last time we said, wow, he played terrible today?
That's the thing. He doesn't, but he won't score. And I think that's the difference between Mane and, you say, Firmino, for example. Firmino was in a little bit of shaky form, not bad form, shaky form. And then Sadio Mane, absolutely he plays incredible every game, but he might not score. You know what I mean? But assists, Andrew Robertson. This guy is the best left back in the world.
Hands down.
Hands down the best left back in the world. And this was an interesting question brought up to me as well. Who do you guys think is a better fullback, Trent or Robbo? And I think the obvious, this is a tough one, all right? And this is not a slight to Trent. I think Robbo's a better fullback. You take into account defense, right? I think Robertson is a better defender than Trent at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Trent may be better attacking-wise, okay, at some points. But even Andrew Robertson, man, he might not be the most technical guy, but he gets around players. He'll push the line.
Mm-hmm.
He puts in pinpoint crosses, Steve.
It's a really, really tough.
That's a tough question. Let us know in the chat who you think is better.
I'd rather have Trent going forward.
I would too.
I would rather have Robbo in defense. Depending on the game, I might rather have Robbo whipping in crosses.
Mm-hmm.
And then some other games, I might rather have Trent whipping in crosses. But Trent's free kick ability is a very, very important thing as well. Because if he's not taking free kicks, if Shaqiri's not in the lineup, we have Salah taking free kicks.
Right. And
maybe an occasional Hendo, which is so rare that it's just not even worth it.
Yeah, Hendo free kick. It's interesting.
Yep. So that's a big thing.
Yeah.
Because you're good for, say, 1 decent chance at a free kick.
I've seen Fabinho try a free kick. I've seen him try 1.
Yeah, well, he was a penalty specialist.
He
before.
Is. He still is.
Yes, he's still a legend. He could. I think that's an option.
Yeah,
but Trent also has a really good shot on him as well.
Yes, he does,
and he has somewhat of a left foot.
Trent,
we've seen him put good crosses in with his left.
Trent can switch with his left foot. He can switch the play with his left foot. He's
a better passer.
He is, and I cannot say I've seen the same from Robbo with his right.
I've seen Robbo kick the ball with his right foot less than 50 times.
And that's what's incredible. He can
right foot less than 50 times.
Less than 50 times with his right foot. That's what's incredible. With his left foot, he can just destroy defenders. He can get around defenders. He has that one move where he'll just tap a ball outside of a defender and run around the defender. He's quick as hell.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's faster than Trent. But maybe it's just me saying that. Let's go back to the chat for a second, and we'll look at some of these comments here. All right. We got Carlton in the chat. What is up? Steve, you want to pin anything?
Yeah, I'm going to do some.
Steve's trying to find something to pin. Liz, what is up?
This is false. See ya.
I would say he's not as good at I can't. You're already saying see ya. I can't let Steven pin. I would say that he's not as good as Robertson, but he's not bad. He's not bad at defense, guys. He's young. What is he, 20, 21?
I don't remember the last time I've said, wow, somebody really tore up Trent today. I can't remember that. It's been a while. He's also been battling injuries for a while.
I'm just not going to say that he's bad at defending. I'm just not. He has rough games, but it's incredible. I heard Ox will start this game. We forgot about Ox. We are coming out of this injury crisis right now. We got Ox coming back in, Shaqiri, James freaking Milner's in the lineup. It's pretty incredible. Steve and Kyle.
In the lineup, we don't know.
Oh, in the line. I meant in contention. That's what I meant. Yeah, this French press. Hold on. I got to get more of this French. Oh, Sith saying, hold on. What is this? Trent is garbage this season. Not going to lie. I hope he catches his form back soon. I'm going to say this, Steve. Since he's come back from his injury, he has not been able to cross the ball whatsoever. His crosses have been off. He's doing a pinky. I don't know why he's doing a pinky.
What's going on with Trent?
What do you guys think about that? Let's go back down to the bottom here.
I don't know about garbage.
We got PJ Lad Love from Ireland. What is up? Abdul G, Seek Chan, everyone. What is up? Trent can do far better in City than Kyle Walker. Okay, so people are having their own debates here, I think.
Because Trent's still the best right back in England, even when he's like not playing at his best. He offers more than anyone else.
God, I just can't get over how good the range that he has on his passes.
You don't see that from guys like Wan-Bissaka. You don't see that from guys like Kyle Walker.
You'll see them switch, right? You'll see them switch play, but it's not
very
like
rare
a
that you see
laser.
do that.
Laser. Trent can hit a bottle on the other end of the field with his right and left foot.
Yeah, he's just unreal.
It's unreal. It's unreal. Are we getting a Steven and Kyle watch along, by the way? Unfortunately not. No. Unfortunately not. So we're going to take the watch along off. That would be legendary, though. Just for the record, it would be legendary. But no, we're just going to chill. We're going to watch the match, not do a watch along. Just kind of enjoy this time around the holidays here. Sean Patel, what is up? We got Curtis is doing really well in recent weeks as well. So, Steve, why don't we get into our lineup predictions? Okay,
sure.
We went through all the stats. Yeah, absolutely. We went through all the stats. Let's go into our lineup predictions, okay? So, in contention, of course, you have James Milner and Shaqiri. I don't think either of them start. Maybe James Milner comes off the bench. But if we're thinking midfield, going on the fact that we're playing West Brom, I think we go front three, obviously, okay? Midfield, Hendo Genie Jones. Or do you think Ox gets a start in place of maybe Jones?
I'm going to go Ox today.
So Ox.
Is Keita fit?
Yeah, he is. He played full 90 minutes last game.
Oh gosh.
Lineup predictions in the chat,
Ox
guys.
If Ox is going to get a start, it would be against a bottom tier side like this.
I think our Ox starts today. I really do.
Well, then I'm going to go Ox or Keita, and I'm leaning more towards Keita.
So
Wijnaldum, Hendo, Keita.
Wijnaldum, Hendo,
standard
Keita.
back four that we've been running with.
Okay.
And then Kelleher in goal.
You think Kelleher?
No, I'm kidding.
Okay. Interesting.
Allison.
Yeah, I think that's a safe
How
bet.
did he not know I was joking?
Because Kelleher has put in great performances.
Yeah, but
recently.
Allison can walk. It's not happening.
Thiago's likely to be on the bench. Yeah, I would assume he's had his 2 full training sessions that Klopp.
I don't even think he's going to be on the bench. I don't think he's going to be on the bench. I think Klopp literally said he's not playing against West Brom.
I didn't watch his pre-match press conference, so I wasn't sure.
But this happened like the other day. I've unplugged completely from Liverpool, from news.
The last 2 days, I have not been following anything just because it's Christmas.
Take a break.
Yeah, it's good to unwind because now I'm fiending again.
Queeveen, you know Kelleher's first name.
Queeveen. People trying to catch us off here.
Yeah, you can't catch us off anymore. Queeveen.
I do have to shout out Craig for that, though.
Yeah. Here we go.
We got some lineup predictions.
Standard back line. I don't think anyone's going to argue with that.
That's a great back line right there.
Can't argue with this either. Keita should not play 2 games a week because of being injury-prone, muscle issues.
If you guys haven't checked out last week's Sunday Summary where we went over Keita's injury history as well as Thiago's, and I think
that may have been 2 weeks ago.
It may have been 2 weeks ago.
It was absolutely hilarious. Go check it out.
It was crazy to see how many injuries these guys. We did Thiago as well. That was the other one I think we did. Oof. Unbelievable. All right, we got some more. Steve, you're pinning, man. You got to be on it.
Genie Hendo Jones in
the midfield. Okay, I still think Ox and Keita need a shout. Go to Stephen Clark there. Oh, we'll do Seek-Chan. Oh, okay. All right. I'll step back.
Ali Trent, Robbo, Firmino, Ox, Hendo Jones. That's the midfield he's going with. Minamino over Firmino. Can't get behind that one.
Well, bold. Rotation. Hectic time of the year. Maybe Klopp rotates. I could see it.
When was the last time they played?
You're right. They've had 5 days off, I think. 5 or 6.
More than that.
Was it the 18th?
Last weekend?
It was the 17th or 18th. Oh, you're
right. It's the 20. Today's the 27th.
Or did they play the 21st? I don't know, but they've had a significant amount of time
they've had
off.
a week off.
Yeah.
No, they played Crystal Palace last Sunday.
Last Sunday they played Crystal Palace.
Yeah,
it's been a week. So it's been a week. Okay.
Literally a week. I think they played at 11:30 Eastern last weekend.
11:30. Okay.
Exactly a week.
All right, it's been a week. It's been a week, Reds.
We gotta have Bobby in. He's in fire form.
Why would you not start Bobby? I don't know. Minamino could be so done.
It's time to get that front three.
So Steven
vibing again.
I like this. Keita, Hendo, Gini. See, I can see that midfield, but Ox and Keita start. One of the two start. I don't know if both of them start at the same time.
I don't know.
Bobby, Sadio.
Klopp knows that with teams dropping points this weekend, they may have changed his thought process, and he might be thinking like we need stability in the midfield. We need a solid midfield, and I think the most solid right now in terms of being safe for a 3-point result is Jones. Mm-hmm. Never thought I'd be saying that. Shout out to him.
Shout out. He's
Jones,
incredible.
Gini, Hendo, I think is our most stable midfield right now.
I would agree with you.
I think most would agree. And I think if Klopp really wants to bring that gap to 5 points, the most practical way to do that is with those three in the midfield. The standard back line, Alisson, and then the standard front three. I think that's the lineup that Klopp should go with. But I think because we're playing a bottom-tier side, even though Allardyce is there and he's kind of somewhat of a legend, I think Klopp might rotate. But I think deep down inside, and let me know in the chat if you guys don't agree with this. That's the most stable and best bet for a win.
I 100% agree with you. I really do. And Jones, I love that Jones is proving. Jones is 19 years old, Steve. He's becoming such a stability piece in our midfield. I absolutely love that. Jonesy lad, no argument from me. I love it. Jones or Naby in this game, Steve? I'm going Jones for stability based on your point. But here's the thing, guys. When I say Naby and Ox should start, it's not because I think they would do better than Jones. I think it's because in a match like this against West Brom, 19th in the table, this is where Klopp rotates.
Yeah, but this is. But teams dropped points this weekend? We need to widen that gap.
So the argument can be made, yes, we need to widen that gap. I agree. But the argument could also be made, teams drop points. Let's rotate the side.
Mm-hmm. But we've had a week. If this was a typical week where we played in the Champions League on Wednesday and then we had a game 3-4 days later.
But we played Newcastle in 2 or 3 days. So we played, I think it's Newcastle.
That's when you rotate.
So you rotate against Newcastle and not West Brom?
Well, yeah, because we've had a week off. Everyone's fresh right now.
I know, but I'm thinking more about the actual ability of the side.
Well, what are we talking about rotating? We're not going to rotate in defense.
No. We're not.
So those guys are fine.
Yeah.
Allison's fine.
Yeah.
The midfield, we'll have Thiago back then. So if we're going to rotate, boom, we'll have Thiago there. Then you can Hendo, Gini. Those two are virtually like bulletproof at this point.
Yeah.
Do they need rotation? Like maybe.
No.
So what are we talking about rotating then?
Rotating, I'm talking about
front three?
No. One midfielder to rotate.
Yep, Thiago in.
And then you would sub off a player you wouldn't normally sub off earlier. So for example, you sub off
Bobby,
Gini or Bobby, right? Gini or Bobby to rotate. You put Minamino or Keita and Ox in that midfield spot. Or Shaqiri, right, exactly. Or you could start those players and then bring on your starters later. And to be fair, we're not going to get the lineup right. We never do.
That's true.
You know what I mean? But I guess the argument I'm saying is against West Brom, I'm more likely to start second string players than I am against a Newcastle. Newcastle, I'd go in with a strong lineup and then rotate those players in later.
But I think you can still do that because we have so much depth in the midfield now, especially with folks returning from injuries, that you can rotate and not say, oh, well, this is a weaker lineup. Because when you have Thiago coming in, it's like, I guess that's a rotation, but that's a potential upgrade.
It's an upgrade. I'm not arguing that it's a weaker side. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because we're strong either way. I guess I'm just thinking like with the time period we're in, we're coming out of an injury crisis. Mm-hmm. You don't want to push the player. I don't know. It's just interesting.
They've had a week to rest. They had a couple of days off give to the holidays, most likely. Yeah. I don't know what their exact schedule was, but I don't think today's the day to reinvent the wheel, especially with a Big Sam. Sam on the other side.
That's right. I think
he can grind out results. He can grind out results.
He can.
And they're going to park it.
That's true. They are going to park it.
Let's just go up 2-3-0 and then deal with rotations in the second half. But I think we got to come out with a strong lineup. I do not want to see Minamino in there. All due respect to the man.
He started
Bobby's
last game.
in unreal form.
That's why Klopp did that. He started last game.
What do you mean?
Minamino started last game over Salah. So Klopp technically already rotated. Okay? So, yeah, that's a good point. And this is good. This is a good transition because on Anfield Agenda, we'll be doing the team news reaction. I think the lineup reaction.
Yes.
So that's going to be good. We'll get to see if we were right or not.
Yep.
Let's go back into the chat here. Curtis Jones is better than Iniesta. That's a very, very hot take right there. Ian Richard, we need Hendo. Steve, where you at, man? Where you at?
Feel free to take this over.
You wanted it.
I wanted it 3 months ago. I don't want it anymore.
Oh, because you realize it's work.
How long till Jota is back? Good question.
So
I heard it was a month or two.
It's a couple months. It's a knee ligament, soft tissue injury. Nothing super serious, but it needs time to heal. I heard 2 months. Ian Richards saying we need Hendo in there because we don't play same in midfield without him. That's true. The tempo is completely different. However, Jones has been known to keep the tempo going.
He has. He's all over the place. He'll play left. He drops to left back. He plays striker. He plays right mid.
He's incredible.
He really is so solid. Love him.
Who else we got?
Okay, Minamino has been good recently.
Minamino has been good recently. Well, I mean, Steven, to be fair, different Steven. To be fair, he started in the last game and scored, right? And that's really, it was his first Premier League goal. And really, if that's what you mean by recently, then yeah, he was great in that game. But I mean, other than that, he really hasn't done anything.
No, I don't even think he was particularly great in the last game. I think he scored a goal. But
he scored a goal. He was pressing. His energy was there.
Well, he's always going to press, but he's kind of just sporadic. There's no method to the madness.
Agreed.
But look, he's a Red. We love him.
Love the guy. Give him some time.
Yeah, I don't want to see him start today either way.
Right.
I want to see Bobby in there. He's just in absolutely incredible form. If anyone can play every single game, it's Bobby, it's Genie, it's Virgil. Those guys, I feel like they don't even need rest.
They don't. It was just a freak injury here. And then Jihad here saying Minamino was unlucky because he used to play with weakened Liverpool team most of the time. You know, that's actually a good point, but at this, like, Klopp would rotate him in with a weaker side, but at the same time, it's like, I don't think we've seen enough of Minamino. Like, what does he have?
That's what happens when you're not good enough.
15 appearances?
You get stuck with the weaker sides when you're not good enough.
That's true. I mean, he needs to prove himself. He scored a goal, his first Premier League goal. That's great. That's a good weight off his shoulders. What can he do going forward? We can't just make a conclusion about him after one goal. You know what I mean? We got to see him throughout the rest of the season. I'll make a conclusion on Minamino after the conclusion of this season. Now, Keita is another story. Keita's injuries have literally hindered my confidence in him. I just always think he's going to get injured, and that's a big thing. What else we got? I feel Naby will start and Jonesy will start versus Newcastle. That's a good take. What about Ox?
Jeez.
That's the thing.
First off, force Ox back in, but let's face it, we don't know if he still got it. We don't know. Let's not kid ourselves. In a must-win game, we cannot play Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain.
Not yet. But 3 years ago, this season, we were throwing Ox in important games.
This jersey's collecting dust. That's how old it is. It's 2021 in 3 days.
This is a legendary jersey.
I mean, I haven't seen him do anything since 2018.
Well, Steven, he was out for a full year.
Right.
I mean, well, I don't know. It's not like no, but it's not like he's been playing for 3 years and you say, I haven't seen him do anything. We haven't seen him, period.
That's a problem.
We've been seeing him on social media and doing the videos.
I love the guy. He's just not there right now.
Score predictions in the chat, guys. Chat.
That's what we'll do here to wrap it up. Go ahead.
Liz saying, I'm glad finally realized real coffee is better. Oh, I've always known that. I'm just lazy as hell. I was making instant coffee.
Yeah, that's all right.
It was Folgers.
That ain't all right.
Folgers and Maxwell House are bottom of the barrel.
It's about absolutely bottom of the barrel.
Absolutely disgusting. But I mean, it was pretty cheap. I still have it.
It's all right. I think I have some in there too.
This French press is good though. What kind of coffee is this?
This is actually Starbucks.
Well, that explains a lot.
I typically get like some good stuff from the internet. Black Rifle coffee. If you haven't tried that, definitely try that. It's veteran owned.
What was the Death Wish coffee?
Death Wish is the very, very strong one.
That's the craziest name I've ever heard for coffee.
It's a good one. Very strong.
All right, we got a lot. Steve, you're up.
All right, here we go.
Steve Pennington.
4-0 Liverpool. Love that.
That's
2-0 LFC. Standard.
C-Chan.
7-0.
Are you still going 13-0 mathematically?
13-0.
It checks out.
2-0. Oh, 2-1, tough game. I don't hate it. 4-0 Anfield Hub. All right.
What else we got? Mellow Birds will make you smile. I guess that's another coffee brand.
I feel a boring game incoming. God, I hope not.
Oh,
I feel
Stephen
like I've been
Clark.
waiting a year. I feel like I've been waiting a year for this.
Oh, dude, I don't want to. What if it's a boring 0-0? Oh, that'd be horrible.
Don't even go there. We need to score 1. This team's trash, Kyle. Let's tell it like it is here. They're trash.
They're not good, Steve.
They're trash.
They're not good.
Neither was Fulham, though, and look what happened
Fulham
there.
played well against us, though. Like, they really did. They were moving the ball fast. We looked off the pace. West Brom are just not good.
All right.
You should
What's
not.
your prediction? Oh, you don't do one
I don't
anymore.
do predictions anymore.
All right.
We got, hold on, channel members first. What do we got Doug saying? Lawrence, hold on. Lawrence saying 3-0, solid to score as usual.
Mm-hmm. Firmino double. Love that. Doug, good work. 5-0 Liverpool.
Shout out. We got 50 people in the chat. That's the most we've had on the Sunday summary since the first one we've done. Interesting.
I don't think that's true at all.
It's up there.
Okay.
Liz, 5-0. I love that.
Mhm.
I love that. Ahmed saying 1-0, maybe a boring game. We're the only team to have fans in the stadium this
Just
week.
pin this because this was hilarious.
This team is trash, Kyle.
No disrespect, but you're trash.
Put it on a T-shirt.
I always respect the opponents, and I would not be surprised if they came out and gave us a tough run, but they're not good.
Same thing against Fulham, dude. I guarantee just our predictions against Fulham were similar. We were saying the same exact thing, and then Fulham come out and give us a good match, and it's a draw.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's unbelievable.
My prediction before we wrap this up.
Stephen Clark dropping facts. Hold on. Oh, hey, shout out Texteth Reds with Smash
the likes.
I love it.
Smash the likes.
Aston Villa were trash as well.
I
know you.
Very true.
I remember this. We were predicting the lineups or the scores.
Yeah, it was
6-0, 5-0. Everyone was saying it.
So was Southampton.
Yeah.
They were trash, like legit trash. But they're not anymore.
Downturn Abbey, I agree. We always struggle against these teams, but recently the mentality monster wave has come in, and we've been good. We've been good in these games. We've been getting results, whether it's a penalty in the 90th minute or something happening. We've been grinding out results.
Mm-hmm.
Moritz.
6-0 to LFC for show, or unless Adrian is playing for some bizarre reason. I don't think we'll see Adrian again this year.
You read that very well. Like, I would have.
Well, this isn't my first time reading.
That's not what I was saying. I was just saying for show, I would have struggled to like. Never mind. Keep going. I'm just saying.
Anyways, my score prediction before we wrap this up. We'll also see you guys over on Anfield Agenda very soon for the starting 11 reaction. I'm sure we'll react to the bench as well, but
Oh yeah,
who cares about that?
I care a little bit.
Barely.
I mean, 3 subs. We didn't use any subs against Tottenham, by the way.
We did?
No. How crazy is that? I'm pretty sure we did not.
Oh, the better team lost, Kyle.
Oh,
jeez.
Stupid.
Anyways, my
Stupid.
score prediction, I'm going 4-1. I think they'll nick a goal just because we have been vulnerable at the backs, in particular the first 30 minutes against Crystal Palace. Like, Crystal Palace beat this team 5-1.
That's what I'm saying.
But Crystal Palace could have been up 3-0 on us.
Yeah.
That's how dangerous they were in the first half there. Clearly, the scoreline did not reflect how they played for that first 30 minutes. I felt like they deserved a lot more. But we will wrap it up here. 4-1. That's my prediction. I'm very rarely wrong. Very rarely right.
Okay.
Very rarely right.
Yeah. But guys, thank you so much for being here. All 53 people, shout out everyone. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. And of course, hit the thumbs up button. Helps YouTube push the video out to more Liverpool fans. And make sure you join us over on Anfield Agenda's YouTube page at 10:30, exactly an hour from now, for the team news reaction. Steve, any closing thoughts?
Nope. See you guys soon.
Absolutely pumped.
Enjoy the game.
All right,
Happy
Reds.
holidays.
Take care.